Test, test. Hey AJ, yeah, we do have comms. We're just waiting for the race to start. I think Lex is meant to be joining. We'll see if he can make it in time, but if not, it's just going to be me. So thanks for tuning in. Hello Jan as well, and hello Twisted Metal. Who might you be? I've not seen your name here before, and if I have, apologies. I've got the memory of a goldfish right now. We need a 100 sub special. Yeah, we do. Trying to. Well, Jan said that he'll make a video. So love to see that, Jan, if you can do it. Hashtag royalty free. And yeah, just want to point out that we have finally reached 100 subscribers. It may seem like such a small milestone, but it's pretty important. It was a pretty important goal for us, and we're 10% of the way to getting to 1,000. So yeah, hopefully we can get one of our members to make us a nice juicy video of all of the interesting things that have happened so far, both on the track, in the commentary box, even in Discord. It's always fun to see. Brian Span has joined us as well. Hello, sir. Good to have you with us. And Martin has joined us too. Good afternoon, Martin. So for those of you who are just waiting for the race to start, we're going to be racing. It's going to be starting in about 5 minutes. We're going to be racing at Mount Panorama today. It's an absolute beast of a circuit. It's got 2 really long straights. It's 23 corners, anti-clockwise circuit. The middle sector of this track is going to be extremely difficult. As you can see, it's going to be a night race first of all, so there's going to be reduced visibility for all of these drivers. On top of that, the middle part of the track, there's so many left, right, left, right, left, right, one after the other, and it's going to be downhill. It's going to be very narrow on the circuit as well. We do have the wall riding penalty on, so if you do hit the wall, you're going to be able to get a penalty, and you will have to lift. It's going to be really, really hard for these guys to stay penalty free, and it's a really hard part of the track to overtake as well, so I imagine there'll be long trains all the way through there. Then after that, when you come to Forest's Elbow, you go all the way down the Conrad Straight, a nice, perfectly straight part of the track there, where I imagine we'll see a few overtakes because the slipstream will play a huge advantage there. And you go into this really, really fast chicane at 21 and 22 called the Chase. And then out of that, you come to the pit lane corner, the left-hander right angle called Murray's Corner at turn 23, and then it's a run to the start line. Now, that's just the middle sector and the end sector, and the first sector is also a very difficult part of the track as well. All the way from the quarry at turn 2, all the way up to Skyline at turn 11. You may see some overtakes in there. It is, again, another narrow part of the track. We've got lots of grass runoffs through there as well, so it's going to be quite difficult. Just want to give a shout out to Super Bounty. Yeah, he's joined us. Thanks for joining. We've got Castle with us as well. Maximus. He's joining us, and Super Bounty is there too. So let me just read out the standings for today. Let me just go to the Discord and open up results GTS. So Team Default are currently winning the team championship at 147 points, and only 6 points behind we've got Spinorama Patronus Racing taking 141 points, and then in third place we've got Tag Her Phoenix Race Lab. Now in fourth down to seventh we've got Golden Arrows, Bock and Calls, BWT Racing Point Porsche GT3 team, and GNL Porsche GT. And I'll quickly just run through the top 10 of the driver standings. So we've got Shane, that's SMJT 189 on 70 points. In first place we've got GR Bruma, our Swiss man, in 52 points with 52 points in second place. Then we've got Atomic for Spinorama in third place with 48 points. Now fourth and fifth are also Spinorama. It's Lika Lache and Havoc 21 with 44 and 34 points respectively. And then from 6th all the way down to 10th we've got Tom, Pitch Black, Iceman Kimmy, Mary and Shador. Now I think everyone in the top 10 is from a different team. Oh, sorry, we have all 7 teams in the top 10 apart from BWT, I think, so it'd be nice if those guys can get up there today. Do we have Bock and Calls? Oh yeah, we do have Bock and Calls. Mary's in the Bock and Calls in 9th place there, so yeah, well done team so far, you're doing a very good job. Just to give you some rumours about what's going on off the track, we do have some drama in Golden Arrows this week. Apparently 2 of the team members, Pitch Black and Scotty, they were trying to rebel against their team leader Maximus. They were threatening to leave because something weird was going on. Something to do with Max's management of the league. I don't know. Don't want to talk about too much stuff here because it is a sensitive subject still. It's still rumours flowing through the paddock. Robo Racer, hello to you too. Yeah, still rumours flowing through the paddock about what really was going on there, but we just don't know. But they are staying. They are staying at the moment. Team looks pretty stable. They actually got their first race win last weekend, so congratulations, Pitch Black. And yeah, we'll just wait and see what happens over the next 3 races. Scott has come in and said it's all lies. Now, Scott, I'm just reading out the rumours. I don't know what's going on. AJ, thanks for backing me up there. It's the truth. AJ's saying we just need to know what's happening. So if we can get some type of interview with Maximus, the tyrannical leader of the Golden Arrows, that would be great, because then we can finally figure out. But apparently he just avoids all the media. He's like Boris Johnson in a crisis. That's his role right now. Scott's saying that I'm the instigator. Well, you know, everyone does like to blame the journalist. It is the easy option there, Scotty. I can see why you'd want to do that, since you were the one rebelling. But hey, you can't win everything, I suppose. Castle, how are you guys feeling about the race today? I'd love to know as well. Everyone who's racing in the second round in about an hour's time, yeah, let me know how you think the race is going to go. Superman saying Maximus equals Gunther, Gunther Steiner. Yeah, I think so. He's a bit aggressive. But the race is about to start, guys. So, rumours out the way. The race is starting. We should see the lineup. We're doing reverse grid based on driver championship order. So that's why you see the fastest guys at the back and the slowest guys at the front. We've got 2 BWT Racing Team cars at the front there, looking very nice in the dark. Their livery glowing there. Fifi starting first, Markov starting second, Bagpuss third, Shador fourth, and Mary fifth. Here we go then, guys. We'll ride on board with Fifi for now and see how he gets on. Just waiting for the lights to start. It's going to be a 2-stopper again, I believe. And we're away. So, some cars at the back moving left and right slightly. It looks like Fifi got a pretty decent start. He's got his teammate challenging him in second place there. And Markov has actually, tucked him behind him. So Fifi got a pretty good start. Look how amazing the graphics looks here. The guys need to turn their lights down a bit though, because I'm getting a lot of lens flare there. But other than that, pretty decent start from these drivers. Fifi had a hell of a start, and he is leading as they are going down the mountain straight into the quarry section at turn 2. Now, is Markov going to look down the inside as they go into turn 2? He's going to brake in. He's going to tuck in behind. It looks like third place Bagpuss went a little bit wide there, but he's managed to keep it on the track, and Fifi is actually pulling away here, 7 tenths ahead. He's going into the 8 tenths now, and he has pulled away, so good job Fifi. Now moving a bit further down the field, we'll see as they come through this narrow part at the track at turn 3 and 4. This section's called the cutting, as Mary gets rough against the wall there, and you see sparks flying, looking absolutely amazing in this nighttime session. But he has recovered slightly. He is in 7th place still, and it looks like this train is beginning. You can see how closely these guys are fighting now. OFR Likala Lache is in 5th place right now. Let's see how he gets on as he's coming through up into this very infamous corkscrew section. It's called the S's. It's 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. You can see the glowing brake discs there from that Panorama racing. But oh, we've got Shador going very deep, and Leica overtakes him. Leica goes into 3rd place. Amazing start from Leica. He's got Iceman Kimmy right behind him right now as they're going through this corkscrew right now, and they are just coming through Forest, the Dipper, sorry, at turn 18, coming up to Forest's elbow now. And here comes the long straight where we may expect to see some slipstream and overtakes going on. Leica got a pretty decent exit there. It's absolutely pitch black. You can hardly see a thing, so I'll switch back to the variable cam there. But there they go. It's slightly uphill, and then it goes downhill, and this is where they'll get a massive speed advantage if they are following. Going to jump back to 1st place because Fifi is in 1st, and Bagpuss has actually overtaken Markov. OFR Leica has taken 3rd place as well, let's not forget. So now Fifi is going to be in trouble if he can't break away from Bagpuss quickly. Bagpuss is just 2 tenths behind here as they are coming up to turn 23. This is the final corner here, and they are on the main straight now. Bagpuss has taken the lead. Well done, Bagpuss. We'll watch a replay just to see if Fifi can fight back there, because he is coming. Can Fifi do anything? He's looking down the inside as they approach turn 1. At Hell Corner, always push Bagpuss slightly wide there. Bagpuss comes back onto the track, but Fifi tucks in behind. He's going to have a huge slipstream on this next straight at Mountain Straight as they're going up to the quarry. Can Fifi do anything about it though? We're about to see if he can. He's looking down the inside. No, he's on the outside actually, because this is going to be a right-hander. Bagpuss keeping that inside line. Can Fifi do anything? It just looks like his car's a little bit slower. Maybe his gear ratios aren't set up right, but he was maxing out at top speed while Bagpuss was still pulling away slightly. But he's not doing a bad job so far. It's a very difficult track to overtake, and he could take advantage of this. Oh, he comes into contact with Bagpuss there, slightly touching each other just as they are coming through turn 4 right there in the cutting. They're going through 5 now. Fifi's in trouble. Leica's looking down the inside of him. Can Leica make the move stick? Oh, they come into contact. Fifi gets brushed against the wall. Sparks flying absolutely everywhere. We've got a lot of support for Fifi in the chat right now. Go Fifi, Super Bounty is saying. And Mike, thanks Mike, saying sub if you haven't done that already. Yes, please subscribe. We're at 100, but we definitely want more. Lika picks up second place there. Hell of a race so far. This is actually a very good track. I thought this would be quite a boring track because it would just be train tracks, well, trains following each other. Fifi spins. Oh no, Fifi's got very scruffy there. Let's see if we can catch him. There he is, and we'll watch the replay there just to see what happened. So he was just coming through at the start of the S's at 11 there. He goes really deep into 11, and he's still following Lika. He gets understeered just as he was going into the first left-hander there, and he slams against the wall. Oh, unfortunate there, Fifi. But it's not over yet. Keep fighting. You're still in 8th place. You are still in the points. Now, I'm going to jump up to Lika and Iceman, because Iceman is right behind Lika right now as they're going through the chase section at 20, 21, and 22 here. He is only 3/10 behind. Bagpuss has pulled away. He's 1.8 seconds ahead. Bok and Course could get their first race win here if Bagpuss can keep this up. But Lika is still getting challenged by Iceman Kimmy as they've just gone through the final, second to last corner there at 23. Oh no, it is the final corner, 23. And he's now less than 2/10 behind. If he can keep behind through turn 1 at Hell Corner, he may be able to get an overtake. Yeah, AJ, you're right. I think Ericsson hit Fifi. There's no way Fifi could have made that mistake on his own. It was definitely Ericsson. So here comes Iceman Kimmy. He's looking down the inside of Lika. He's going around the outside at this right turn at the quarry. He's going to have to tuck him behind. Lika has got that braking point nailed. He actually broke a little bit later than Iceman Kimmy did there, even though Lika was in front, and he managed to get his car turned in. Iceman Kimmy, of course, is racing in the Tag Heuer. Jan is the team captain there. I've not heard of any drama going on at Tag Heuer recently. Only when Maximus, the Tyrant leader Maximus, took Scotty from him. That's the only rumour that I know. But the BWT, Tag Heuer Phoenix Race Lab is actually doing pretty good right now. Max is saying, look at Lika. I am looking at Lika. He's looking very solid on track right now. What am I meant to be looking at there, Max? Volcano is saying go Bagpuss. Yeah, look at Bagpuss. He's 1.4 seconds ahead of Lika right now. He's doing a hell of a job. If he can just keep this type of distance, about 1.2 to 1.5 seconds, Lika won't get an advantage in the slipstream. And Bagpuss, if he can maintain that, it will really affect Lika's tyres. But he's doing a hell of a job right now, Bagpuss. Let's jump to him and just see how he's getting on. Nice and stable car there, beautiful livery. The white of his cars look pretty good at night as well. I hope you guys can see as much as I can here. But yeah, the night race is definitely a spectacle. It looks absolutely great. Now I'm going to jump down to the end of the field. Let's see where we are. We've got Fifi getting a penalty. Fifi and Markov now both in last place. Markov in dead last, Fifi in 11th. These are the two BWT guys. Fifi's got a 0.4 second penalty, but these guys, I really want them to finish in the points to help BWT out here. Jan saying Golden Arrow and the Phoenix Race Lab have a very professional diplomatic relationship. Well, as soon as someone uses that word diplomatic, we know there's some dodgy dealings going on in the background. So I don't know, maybe there was some under the table trading going on. We'll have to do an investigation in that. But I'm going to jump up to Shador now, who's racing for the Golden Arrows, another member that Max poached, as he is just going through the chase section now. Livery looking very nice again. Just saw a glimpse of that OFR logo there. It looks absolutely brilliant on that brilliant white colour there. But yeah, he's going to be getting the last point so far, jumping up to 9th place. Mary, he's in the Buck and Calls car. He's going to get 2 points for his team so far, but I think Mary does have the pace to be able to move up a bit. Now, interestingly, we've got Broomer, who's one of the fastest drivers here, I believe, currently in 8th place, showing you, for the default car, how difficult it is here to follow and overtake. Pitch Black, race winner from last week, is currently in 7th place. He's also in the Golden Arrows there. Tom is another member for Tag Heuer Phoenix Race Lab, currently racing in 6th place. And 5th is Shane, the fastest driver that we have, kissing the wall there as he flies through turn 8 and 9, I think that was, or it was turn 10, sorry. McPhillamy Park section there. He's not doing as well as he usually is. He is coming up to the back of Atomic now. He's just 5 tenths behind, so let's ride on board with these two because they are both fast drivers, and we may even see Shane overtaking Atomic right now. Jan saying it was a political trade and Scotty was simply a gift to the Golden Arrows. I'll believe it when I see your tax returns there. So Shane is less than a tenth behind now. He's on that. He's on the straight. He's on the Conrad straight. If he's going to overtake, it's going to be now. He's looking down the outside. He's still not got the overtake done, but they are side by side now. He's got a little bit of a speed advantage, and they are turning into turn 20 there, and they are breaking into turn 21. He tucks right in behind Atomic in the Spinorama. Petronas car there. Again, brake disc glowing. It looks absolutely fantastic in the dark, but Shane is still behind as they approach turn 23 at Murray's Corner. Now, I doubt he's going to be able to do anything on the run-up into turn 1. It is slightly uphill and then downhill, but Atomic just had a better getaway out of 23, so I don't think he's going to be able to take him, but he is right behind. Look how close he is. He touches him slightly and gives Atomic a bit of a boost there, so that's actually helped Atomic get out of turn 1 and pull away again. Shane's going to be regretting that, but he needs to overtake before he gets to the quarry, otherwise he's going to be stuck up until Forest Elbow at turn 19. He's not going to be able to do it. Atomic had a far better exit because of that little nudge there, and Atomic's going to be ahead for another lap. We've got no one thinking about pits. Like, guys who are watching, when are the pit stops going to be? What do you reckon? I'd love to have that info. And if you could also tell me how much half a tank of fuel, how many laps half a tank of fuel gets you, that will also be interesting too. We've got Lex just joined the party. Are you there, Lex? I'll wait for him to turn his mic on. Atomic getting really scruffy as he's going through the end of the first sector there. Shane is now, again, really close behind, just 2/10. And they're just coming up to the S's now, and Shane is looking down the inside. Is he going to be able to do it? He's got a bit of a speed advantage, but he's going to tuck him behind again, so you cannot overtake here. They're too narrow, and what will happen is basically when Ericsson hit Fifi, we do not want that to happen again. So Shane is being sensible, and he's staying behind, making sure he can stay within that slipstream, because as soon as he comes out of the dipper and through Forest Elbow, he will be able to get a nice slipstream as Atomic hits the wall there, and Shane takes advantage and gets the overtake done. But Atomic may have a slipstream as they go downhill on the Conrad straight here, but it doesn't look like Atomic is close enough to take advantage of this right now. He is gaining, but only a few hundredths every second, I would say. That's not going to be enough. How you doing there, Lex?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm not bad, thanks. Are you in the lobby?
I'm trying to get in the lobby right now, but I didn't get an invite or anything.
Yeah, I don't think we can invite on GT Sport. You just have to go to the join friends lobby thing in the session. So we've had an actually pretty good start to the race so far. Unfortunately, I've missed a great overtake from Leaker, but he is currently in first place, and Bagbus is trailing him just 4/10 down the road on lap 6. So we're just over a quarter of the way, and it's been a pretty eventful race so far. We're racing at night as well, and the graphics looks absolutely amazing.
Ooh, I need to get in the lobby. I want to see that.
Yeah, like, it looks amazing.
Looks pretty good.
Yeah, if you could as well, if you could just turn your mic sensitivity up a few notches. I think some people are having trouble. Oh, as Leica goes very deep there into the quarry, and Bagpuss retakes the lead. Let me just see if there was any contact there, because I'm sure Leica didn't miss his braking point. Let's have a look. Oh, there was no contact. Leica just went straight on. Oh, unfortunate there, Leica. Very unfortunate. But Bagpuss has retaken first place. Good job, Bagpuss. Now, there's a few battles going on in the midfield. We've got Iceman, Kimmy, and Atomic fighting. Shane has moved up to third place, and he'll be gaining on Leica as well, I imagine. And I think that's all of the battles so far. So we'll stick with Iceman, who is one of Jan's drivers, and Atomic, who is one of Leaker's drivers. Atomic also brushing the wall there. I know these guys are all sharing the same setup, so maybe Spinorama's setup isn't that great, because they are getting understeer as they're going into some of these narrow parts of the track, and that is affecting their speed. Iceman Kimmy pulling away a bit as they're going through the S's here. Let's see what it's like as he goes through the dipper. He does have a far tighter line, and you can hear Atomic sliding and hitting the wall again. I think there's something up with the Spinorama's setup here. They don't look too stable right now, as he's just getting off the grass even on the main on the Conrad straight there. That's not good. So Lex has joined the room. That's great.
Yep, I'm loading in. Mic check, audio's okay?
Yeah, that sounds a lot better. Let me just listen on the stream. Yeah, that sounds absolutely amazing. So we've just caught Atomic going wide again. Let's just see what happened there. So he's coming down up to turn 20 at the chase. And does he get understeer again? He just gets understeer again. There's something wrong with the Spinorama setup here. It does not look stable around this track. He spun again. He's currently doing donuts on on the corner 23. He's trying to spin around. He was trying to get into the pit lane, and he's made a mistake. But he's finally in the pits there, and he's okay. So his tires don't look too worn either. Interesting.
Okay. I am in the lobby.
So, moving back up to the race leader, Bagpuss, has Leaker pit? I think Leaker's pit. Let's have a look. Yeah, Leaker has pit. So he's 14 seconds off the lead right now. Bagpuss is yet to pit, but I imagine Bagpuss will be pitting this lap because he is less than a quarter tank of fuel right now. And his tyres are about half worn on the right side, I suppose. Ah, so Castle's in the stream right now saying that around the point where Atomic's tyres were is where they start to drop off. So it might not be a setup issue, they just might have been extending their tyre stint a bit too far, and that was causing the understeer and the sliding through some of those fast corners. Thanks for that, Castle, that's really useful info. So that was around lap 6, so that's as far as these super soft tyres will get. That's interesting. Bagpuss, however, is on lap 7, and he's just coming down the Conrad straight right now, so we'll stick with him and let's see if he pits, so we can get an idea of how long these super softs will last if you're out in front and not really getting too much wear on the tyres.
I haven't seen much action going on, but
no, as soon as you joined, it all kind of died down a bit. Actually, Bagpuss is in the pits. So if you could watch Bagpuss for me in the pits, let me know when he pulls away. I'm going to jump to Shane, who's currently not the fastest on track. I'm going to jump to Broomer actually because he's got the fastest lap, and Broomer's in the pits as well. So Shane's just coming around the final corner now. Shane's going to jump his teammate. I think. Where's Broomer's out already, so Shane's going to tuck him behind his teammate, and Bagpuss is still in the pits.
Yep, Bagpuss just exited the pit on super soft tires, and he has 87% fuel, I believe.
That's a lot of fuel. Okay, interesting. Yeah. So he's going to have to pit again because if he lasted 7 laps on 3/4 of a tank, yeah, he will have to pit again. I wonder why he's putting so much fuel there.
So he put in so much fuel and still has to pit again?
Yeah, I believe so. Max is asking, what are your predictions for the race there?
My predictions for this race?
Yep.
Alright, well, let me just take a look at the leaderboard, see how things are looking. We have 11 drivers. First place, Iceman, Bruma, and SMJ. That's Shane. SMJ's Shane, yeah? Yeah,
that's Shane in the default car, that's right. One of the fastest. I think he's leading the championship right now as well.
I think, yeah, I do remember him from the last broadcast. So I think I'll put my money on Shane today. Of course, I am looking for another great performance from Pitch Black, but I'm not sure we might see that again.
Yeah, well, this is Pitch Black's first race with the top dogs because he won last week. He's actually in the fastest division right now. Yeah, right. So we're gonna he's not doing bad so far. He's in 6th place. That's good for Pitch Black. It's very good.
Oh yeah. Okay. That's looking good then.
Yeah, so I'm great. Going for the underdog again. I like it. So we've got a bit of a battle going on for second place right now. We've got Broomer and Shane fighting each other very hard. They're both in the same team as Shane overtakes him actually and gets ahead. And Broomer's sliding. He's drifting through the corner and he's spun. That's going to promote Leaker in the Spinorama up to 3rd place. The two teammates, they're battling so hard that he actually spun. Let's see if we can see what happened there. Just jumping to a replay. I'm going to jump on board as well just so we can see it properly. So they are just coming up to turn 21. Oh, he actually gets hit by Leaker. Leaker clips him and pit maneuvers him almost and spins him around. It wasn't his teammate, it was the Spinorama. Oh no, there's going to be drama after the race. Broomer's in the pits right now. And Shane has moved up to 2nd place. Castle saying good job to Broomer for maintaining his tyres that long with good times. Yeah, he was actually still fending off his teammate all the way up to lap 9. He is in the pits now though because of that spin. I'm sure his tyres would have got so overheated. He's just coming out. He crosses the white line, but I don't think you get a penalty for that in this game. and he goes away. He pulls away. So he's in 6th place right now, but he's got pitch black ahead of him 10 seconds. I think he's going to be okay.
Yeah, this might be safe, yeah.
Oh, and he's actually got Atomic behind him, 1.4 seconds, so we'll keep an eye on that battle. I'm just going to jump up to 1st place. Iceman Kimi is currently 12 seconds ahead. Jan, you must be very happy with that. Super Bounty asking if he's pitted. Yes, he has pitted once. Shane is in 2nd, 12 seconds down the road. He's got a long way to go if he wants to have any attempts at catching Iceman so far. And Lika is just 1.8 seconds behind Shane, but he is managing to keep up as well. So currently Lika is on for a podium. I'm not sure how the pits are going to look a bit later on. We've got someone going off. It looks like someone was going off.
Oh no, Rumor just said a new fastest lap.
Oh, a 2:03.5. That's a decent time.
Indeed, so. I'm also looking at Shane and Leica's tire wear, and they seem almost identical. Their fuel consumption is pretty even as well. So we'll see what type of strategy they'll try to use for the end of the race.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't I see the lap counter? Do you have a lap counter on your HUD?
Yeah, I can see the lap times on the right hand side of my screen. There's a list from 1 to 10 currently.
Oh no, I'm talking about
oh, you mean how many laps they've done in this car?
Laps remaining. No, not like this tachometer. I mean like the laps remaining in the race. I don't see that information.
Oh, so on my screen it's at the top. It just says lap 10 out of 20. So.
Interesting.
Yeah, you may have to go to the spectator options and put detail all or something like that. That's what I have to change when I start. But I'm just going to cycle through all of these drivers right now to see if there's anyone close on track. Doesn't look. We got Pitch Black in the pits. He's going to come out in 10th place, I believe. Shador and Fifi are a bit far behind. Shador's 2 minutes and 44 seconds back. Max, how's it going at your team? Are you in a party with any of them right now? VR, thanks for joining. I'm absolutely loving that username as well, VR. So I think I'm going to stick with... Oh, Shane's actually pulled away 1.5 seconds from Lika. He's now 3.2 seconds ahead. And again, they've both got very similar tyre wear and very similar fuel. Because Shane pitted early, I believe he's got about a 16th less fuel than Lika does, so he will have to pit first, and Lika will be second, hoping to do some kind of overcut there. Bagpuss is back in 4th place. He's got a bit more fuel, as we said before, than a lot of these other drivers. Santi's just joined us. Santi, thanks for joining. Glad you're here. What's happened so far? We've seen a bit of drama between Spinorama and Default, contact causing Bruma to drop down a few places by Leica. We've seen Lika and Atomic in Spinorama suffering from lots of understeer and tyre slippage, which has affected their time a little bit. I think Lika could... Oh, Iceman's pitted. Iceman's pitting right now. He's finally come in. He had just run out of fuel. Let's see how much fuel he comes out with. Just over half a tank. He's on 5/8 of a tank of fuel there. So he will be pitting again around lap 17. That's, I think. Or will he be able to go to the end? I'm not sure. So he's actually come out just ahead of Lika, actually, and these two are battling hard right now. Spinorama versus Tag Her Phoenix Race Lab right now, with Lika going pretty wide there. Again, I think there's something wrong with their setup. I've been seeing them just suffer from understeer. As soon as they start to follow someone, they just get understeer. Kimmy's ahead right now by just a 10th. Lika coming into contact with the rear of Kimmy again. Both of them sliding slightly as they are just going through turn 10 right now. And they are coming up to the S's, so let's see how they do. I'm going to ride on board with Lika, actually. Let's see if I can get a better view. This one will do. So let's see. So they start going downhill now. Going through turn 12 and then 13. A lot of braking, a lot of trail braking here. Staying right behind Lika, suffering from a bit of oversteer there. Ice Kimmy going a little bit wide, and then this really sharp right-hander into this really tight hairpin almost. Left-hander, I think that's where the corkscrew is. I think that's the corkscrew. It's called the the Dipper, I believe, and they're just going through Forest Elbow now onto the straight. Now, you want to be within less than half a second so you can take advantage of the slipstream here. Leaker was just over that. He was about 8 tenths behind, and that's why he's not catching Iceman very quickly here, and he's going to be behind for another lap. So we'll jump back to the spectator cam, and we'll see if he can do anything as they're going through the chase section now. This whole section through 20, 21 and 22 is about 500 meters, and it's really quick as well, and they do it in about 10 seconds, which is absolutely amazing. So they're just coming through 23 at Murray's Corner now. Leaker has dropped back 7 tenths. He's actually 1.4 seconds. What happened to Kimi there? I think he just touched the grass slightly. Someone's getting a blue flag. I think they've just overtaken that blue flag, actually. Yes, they have. And you can see the glowing brake discs again on that Tag Heuer car. It looks absolutely amazing. And Santi's saying they weren't lying when you can't see anything. Yeah, it is very dark, but it looks amazing. You can sometimes get these glimpses of the OFR logo just shine underneath the rear lights. Yeah, it looks fantastic. It's a great job that Gwen chose the night race here.
Thanks to Gwen.
Oh, we got someone who was... Oh, it might be one of the back markers. And Atomic is going pretty slow. What's going on with Atomic right now? He's coming into the pits. Atomic is pitting again. Yeah, he's got a lot of... He's still got half a tank of fuel, and he's sliding into the pit lane. I'm sure something weird is going on with this Panorama car today. It does not look like these drivers are in control of it. He's got half a tank of fuel, and he's pitting. That doesn't make any sense. He's in 9th place right now. Not good. Let's see how much fuel he puts in. He will be going to the end now. Hopefully. He's on lap 11. He was on lap 12 or 20. He's got 8 laps to go and he's got a full tank. Yeah, he should be going to the end. Now, I'm going to jump to 2 and 3 because Leaker has closed up that gap to Iceman again. It's just 7 tenths. And then Bagpuss has actually closed up the gap to Leaker as well. That's also 7 tenths. So I'm not sure if Leaker and Iceman had made a bit of a mistake or they came into contact because they've both slowed down. And that's allowed Bagpuss to come in on this battle for 2nd place, which should be good as they are coming up to that chase section again. So let's see how they do. Iceman Kimi's just going through 20 now. He's braking hard to get through the left-hander at 21. Leaker following him very closely. He's brought that gap down slightly, but as they come out of the corner, it's back up. Bagpuss is actually gained a little bit on Leica. Let's just look at Leica's versus Bagpuss's tyres. Leaker's looking at about 25% wear on the fronts and about 33 on the rears. Bagpuss is looking a bit more worn on the front and a bit less on the rears. Their fuel is almost similar as well. Bagpuss has got a bit more, so he will probably be going for the overcut. And similarly, Iceman has got a lot more, actually. Not similarly, sorry. Iceman has far more fuel than both of these. And he might... No, he won't be able to go to the end. He'll have to pit again. But he will be able to try and do some type of overcut on these guys here if his tyres will permit. So the gap has come down for all of these drivers right now. 6 tenths. What were you going to say?
I was just looking at Leica's tire wear and his fuel consumption, and he's significantly lower than Iceman Kimi. So he is trailing him, but I don't know how long he'll be able to keep that pace, especially considering he's running out of gas.
Yeah, and every lap he stays behind, he's going to get more wear on those tyres, and I think Iceman's doing the right thing here. He knows he's got better tyres, he knows he's got more fuel. All he needs to do is keep it steady and keep Leaker behind, and Leaker's going to be disadvantaged.
Yeah, I think so. Let's see what Leaker can do here. But I was also looking at Shane, who's in 1st place. He's well comfortable. 9-second lead? Oh, man. Well comfortable.
Leaker's getting a bit scruffy again. He's lost out half a second again. It's saying Bagpuss is now 4 seconds behind, so something happened to Bagpuss there. Let's see what that was. So he was coming through at the end of the S's, coming into the really tight left-hander. He loses the rear and spins. He doesn't spin all the way though. He's just kind of at a tangent to the road, and he manages to pull away. So he only lost about 3 or 4 seconds there. Unfortunate Bagpuss. Just going to send an announcement to the next drivers.
Okay.
And we're back. So we've got Lika and Shane in the pits right now. Now Shane is pulling away. Lika is still refueling. I wonder if Lika's going to come out ahead of Bruma. Where is Bruma? Oh, Bruma's coming past Lika right now. Let's see if Lika can do it. He's still refueling and he's pulling away, and Bruma's jumped him. Where is Bruma? Oh, there's Bruma. No, he stayed behind actually. Wow, so that was a good pit stop for Lika there. He is going to be able to go to the end now.
Wasn't so good for Shane, but he is gaining some positions. He lost 2 and he just gained 1.
Interesting. So Shane is probably going to win because I think Iceman will have to pit again. Let's have, if he's not got 3, yeah, Iceman's going to have to pit again. So Shane's 100%. Going to inherit the lead. I think Shane's going to win this race. Let's see how Bagpuss is getting on. Bagpuss is going to pit this lap. He's hardly got any fuel left. He's got exactly 1 lap of fuel, so he will have to pit. And his tyres are very worn too. So that means Bagpuss is going to come out just behind Bruma. He's going to be in 6th place, just ahead of his teammate Mary. I'm just going to quickly jump down to Mary because we've not hardly seen any action from him. He's got a 33-second gap to Bruma and a 14-second gap to Pitch Black right now. Let's see how Atomic's getting on. He's not too far behind Pitch Black. He's under 5 seconds behind, but still not a good race for Atomic. He's probably going to be annoyed with his performance here. Going back up to see where Bagpuss is he going to pit? He's just going down that back straight right now. Conrad straight. And we'll watch to see how difficult it is to get into the pit lane, because I know a few drivers here were saying that it is very tricky because you expect it to go into autopilot, but it doesn't do it. You have to actually drive your car into the pits, which is a bit different than the other tracks. So let's see how he does it. He's just going through 22 now.
Bagpuss is running on low fuel mode right now.
Yeah, so he's still in control of his car, and he has to. Oh, you have to actually do the left, the right, and then the left before it takes control. Ah, it's tricky. Wow. So he's coming into the pits. Let's see what he goes on. Yep, he's putting those super softs back on, and he's got. Let's see, he's got 6 laps to go, so he'll have 3/4 of a tank. Or he'll be 1 lap less actually. He might have just below 3/4.
Okay.
Let's see. He pulls away. Let's look at his fuel. Oh, it's just higher than 3/4 actually. He's he's going for it. He's probably going to put his fuel mode to rich and pull away.
10 seconds of a gap between Bagpuss and Leica. So. Right, Bagpuss has some work to do. How much laps are remaining in the race?
We've got 6 laps left, including this one. Iceman Kimmy in 1st place has only got 1 lap of fuel left, so he's going to be pitting now. So the real battle that's going to happen this lap is if Iceman is going to get ahead of Lika. That's what we need to look for. So in about 20 seconds, if you jump to Lika and keep me updated on his position on track, we'll try and calculate if he's going to come out ahead. Because if he's not, he's going to have cold tyres, but fresher tyres, and there's going to be a big battle between these guys. We need to see if the undercut worked. So I'm just looking at Lika now. He is 18 seconds behind the race leader, Iceman Kimmy. So Iceman Kimmy needs to make this pit stop quick. He will be able to make it quick because he doesn't have to put that much fuel in his car. He'll only need 5 laps of fuel. So that part of the pit process will be shorter than usual. He may be able to do this. He's just coming through the chase section now. And he is making his entry into the pit lane. Now, he's coming into the pits.
Yeah.
So, Lika, where is he?
Running on board Lika. He is going down the straight, that little corner.
Okay.
Straight, the final turn. Then he is 17 seconds behind Iceman, who is still in the pits.
Is he coming through the final corner? Yeah, Lika's jumped him so far, but Iceman's coming out now. Is he going to do it? Jan, is your teammate going to do it? He is, he's going to jump him. He's jumped Lika by 2.8 seconds. Oh, and it's growing. 4 seconds. He did the overcut. It worked.
Okay.
Wow.
Flashing his headlights.
There we go. So Santi is saying that it's strategic masterclass from Panorama, but I don't think so. After that pit stop, Iceman Kimmy did the overcut. He went for the longest stint in the middle, and he's come out ahead of Lika with fresh tyres, fresh super softs, with just over half a tank of fuel, while Lika has just over half a tank of fuel as well, with slightly worn super softs. And they have similar pace around this track, so I think Iceman Kimi has done a decent job here.
Mm-hmm. Good job, Kimi.
So where's Bagpuss come out in this? Bagpuss is still in fourth. He's 11 seconds behind Lika, so Bagpuss is going to have to say goodbye to the podium for now. It's not going to be his race this race. I think he's just a bit too far behind unless Lika makes a mistake, which is rare. And Bruma is 4.2 seconds behind him. Now, Bruma is gaining. It's coming down a tenth every time I look at it. He may be able to jump Bagpuss.
Sorry to cut you. Maximus said Fifi spun Shader in Sector 2. Sorry, I didn't get to see that.
Oh. Let me see if I can jump to Fifi and look at it now. I've just hit the replay button. Let's see if we can get it. No, it looks... No, we missed it, unfortunately, Max. Sorry about that. But Fifi is currently running in 10th place, though. He will get the points, subject to penalties if he did spin Shador at the end of the race there. So Fifi may be able to get some points for his team. He's the team captain at BWT. And yeah.
Right. Oh. Let's see now. Back to the front of the pack. Shane with 9.5 second lead almost. Iceman.
Iceman's actually pulled away from Lika. He's pulling away still. He's doing a very good job. He's going to get Tag Heuer that 18 points that they much need. Bruma still currently has the fastest lap too. When did he put that in? He actually put that in on the previous lap, and he's taken out a second of Bagpuss's lead. At this pace, these two will be wheel to wheel on the last lap. It'll be amazing if he can catch up and we can see some fight going on between these two drivers. That would be great.
Alright. 2 laps ago, Shane had the fastest lap. It was a 2:02. And then, boom, that blink of an eye, the fastest lap holder.
Mm-hmm. Castle saying, good job to the back runners for not giving up. It's incredibly tough to face that you won't finish well, but they are still pushing. Yeah, they are, and it takes a lot of spirit and heart and passion to finish a race when you're so far behind. But that's the beauty of OFR. We are development league. We're always helping drivers, and we're making sure that our drivers want to improve themselves too, and that's exactly what we're seeing.
Yes, sir.
100 subscribers, milestone.
That's what you just achieved?
Yeah, we got it last night. I think it was Carter. I think Carter, or he told someone to subscribe, and it got to 100. We made it.
We're really making progress. For me, on my personal YouTube channel, it took me, I want to say, roughly a little bit to make 100 subscribers, and without leave, we've done it in less than a year, right?
Yeah.
Like 8 months or about or something like that. So.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, 8 months. So we're doing a good job. Just to let you know, Bruma has closed that gap down now. It's now 0.3 of a second. So I'm not sure if Bagpuss made a mistake, but Bruma has done that with 3 laps to spare. It looks like he's going to be taking 4th place and getting 12 points for his team. He's looked down the inside into turn 23 at Murray's Corner, and it looks like he's got the overtake done already. He has. He's already up to 4th place. Bagpuss may be able to fight back if he can outbrake him, but no, Bruma has the optimal line. A little bit of contact between these two. They're pushing each other a little bit, but they're keeping it as clean as they can. And Bagpuss has actually taken that 4th place back as they are going down Mountain Straight up to the quarry section at turn 2. So good job, Bagpuss, in the Bokken calls. If he can keep this lead... Oh, he's defending. Bruma's looking to do a switchback, but Bagpuss has the line as they are starting to go uphill now at the cutting. They turn in, and Bruma's still behind. Bagpuss just coming out of turn 4, going through turn 5 now, going uphill again up to Griffin's Mount, so they're constantly going uphill all the way to turn 11, and I think when they hit turn 12, it's this corkscrew downhill that's really hard to control the car. Front tyres overheating, front brakes overheating, and really hard, suffer from a lot of understeer there, with lots of trail braking going on. And it's really hard to overtake through there as well, so Bagpuss has managed to keep him behind as they enter turn 11 now, so he will be all the way. He will be ahead all the way through this section unless he makes a mistake. But he's looking pretty decent so far. Bruma looking a bit scruffy, actually. It is very difficult to follow through here. Going through the almost hairpin at turn 11 there. But look how close Bruma is. He's less than 2/10, and that's exactly what you need in order to take advantage of the slipstream here. Can Bruma get an overtake done now? We're going to ride on board and see if he can do it. Bagpuss has chosen the right side of the track. It's so narrow here, you can barely fit 2 cars side by side. But as soon as he came out of that slipstream, he started to slow down. He comes into contact with the back of Bagpuss there. He starts to spin, but he manages to save that tank slapper. Oh, he spun again. He's got a little bit of oversteer, and Bagpuss is pulled away. Bagpuss might have just secured his 4th place there.
Just might, yeah. I don't think Bruma's gonna be able to make up.
Yeah, and this is important as well, because if Bruma does lose out on those 2 points, he'll only get 10. He will get a fastest lap, actually. He'll get 11. But that 1 point is currently crucial. So I know we're only on race 4, but if I just tell you what the championship lead is for the teams, Team Default is only 6 points ahead of Panorama right now, and currently even single points are crucial, because this may play a huge factor in the final team standings, because Panorama, at least some of their drivers, are still performing pretty decent in this race. Leaker's going to get a solid 15 points for his team there. Atomic's going to pick up 4, so they're still getting just under 20 points. That's going to be crucial too.
Okay.
So, Iceman Kimmy, 2nd place. Great job for Tag Her there. He is still pulling away from Leaker, actually. They're on the 2nd to last lap. He's doing a phenomenal job. I'm going to jump back up to the race leader, Shane. We've not seen much of him for the second half of the race because he has managed to pull away so quickly. But, yeah, props to GTS for making such a visually appealing game. It really is fantastic. Even, you know... Yeah, you're right. Even the spectator mode, how it has this variable cam, and it's not just the same camera angles every lap. It's amazing. It really makes it feel like you're living the experience. It's great. But Shane is just coming up to Murray's corner now, and he is going to be starting his final lap. It's a 20-lap race. It looks like it's going to last around 45 minutes, so right on time. A little bit longer than the F1 races. And he's just started his final lap now. So he's going to be, I reckon he's going to be pushing right now to try and get the fastest lap. You can see he's hardly used up any of his tyres. I don't know how he's done that. He must have pitted again, because he's got almost fresh super soft tyres. I think he's going for the fastest lap. Now, looking a bit further down, Bruma's caught up again, and there's going to be a bit of a battle going on now for 4th place again. He's just 2/10 behind Bagpuss. This fight is not over. How did he... Bagpuss must have made a mistake there. They've just come through the first corner. Sorry, go on.
I was just thinking to myself, he had like, what, 3, 4, 5 seconds of a gap.
Yeah.
But he closed that, like...
So they had that incident as they were going into turn 23, I think, and that meant Bruma dropped down 3 or 4 seconds, like you said, but he's managed to close that up, so I reckon Bagpuss has made a mistake.
Yeah, that would make sense. He probably went off track a little bit, you know, got a little scuffy up in the corner somewhere, but whatever happened, it was definitely to Bruma.
Ooh, they've just come into... Ooh, that was cheeky from Bagpuss.
Yeah. I think Bruma could probably pass him. Who has better tires?
I think it's Bruma.
So, yeah, Bruma's tires look better, but Bagpuss has a little more fuel. Yeah, I think Bruma may want to go for it. Or I think he may. Let's do it. He just needs to get through this last...
Ooh, we can hear those tires screeching through the downhill.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to the straightaway. Let's see the action on the straight when we get there.
Oh, Bagpuss is understeered. He's gone straight into the wall. Oh no! I'm going to abandon this for 1 second. We're just going to watch Shane cross the line and take 1st place again. Solid performance for you, Shane. You have finished in 1st place. Well done. Now I'm going to jump back up to this battle between Bagpuss and Bruma. It looks like Bagpuss has the advantage right now. Bruma's just coming to cross the line now. Well done, Iceman Kimmy. Sorry, not Bruma. Done a solid job for Tag here there. Congratulations. Bagpuss is still ahead as they're going through 20 and 21. Bruma's looking down. He's coming to the contact. Leaker's about to cross the line as well. Congratulations, Leaker there. Solid third place, 15 points for Spinorama. And now we're going to jump permanently to Bagpuss and see if he can stay ahead as they're coming through Murray's corner now. Bagpuss has got a bit scruffy at 23 there. He's in the side by side. Is he going to do it? Is he going to do it? He's done it. Oh, he's jumped him. He's jumped him.
That was legendary.
Oh, congratulations, Bruma. Unlucky Bagpuss. Solid. That was a photo finish right there. Well done.
I was taking no prisoners a while ago. Oh my gosh, that was great.
It really was. So it's going to be Mary is going to cross the line next, taking 6th place. That's going to be 8 points for his team. So that's 18 points for Bock and Cause this weekend so far. Good job to you two.
GG's everybody this weekend. Even though I came a little bit late, I do apologize for that. But yeah, it was a good race.
Amazing race.
Yep. And we are about 15 minutes out from the next race.
Yeah, absolutely. Mary's just coming across the line now. He's going really slow. I think he's crossing the line. Oh, he's already crossed the line, I beg your pardon. Sorry about that. 7th is going to be Atomic in Spinorama, getting 6 points for his team. Well done, Atomic. And next is going to be Tom, also in the Phoenix race. Oh no, he spun almost. I think he just got a bit scruffy there. He's crossed the line. And Pitch Black is going to be next for the Golden Arrows. And he's going to take 9th place. So, well done, guys. Very, very entertaining race there. We all thought that this was going to be a boring track, but it was not boring at all. It was a solid race. So, congratulations to the top 3. Shane, Iceman, and Leaker. And we're going to come back in about 15 minutes, guys, so make sure you tune into that stream as well. Thanks for everyone who joined. Castle, VR, Jan, Santi, Maximus. Let's see, who else have we got? Super Bounty. Martin's here as well. Scotty's here. Oh, everyone's here. Thanks, guys, for joining.
Volcano, wow. Got some people I ain't never seen before.
Yep. League's doing great. All right, guys, see you in around 15 minutes.